Nothing much, man.
Where'd you come in from?
Excuse me?
Where'd you come in from?
Georgia.
Georgia? I live in Hawaii.
Really? You're Australian?
Yeah.
I can tell. Love the voice.
My buddy's he's doing this. He asked me for some help, so I just came to that.
Oh, okay, I got you.
It's cool. I can ask you a few questions.
Yep, go for it.
With the lantern. But I was talking with Tyreek. I asked him just his first impressions of being in California with the team. Just the scenery. I know you're an Ohio guy. Just what's California been like for you?
It's interesting. It was definitely warm whenever we got up here, but I mean, yesterday whenever we had our first practice, it was nice, like being out in the sunshine, seeing all the palm trees and stuff. So it's been a pretty cool experience so far.
How did practice go for you yesterday? Was there anything you noticed just being in California and practicing with the team as you did?
I just felt like everyone had energy. It's really nice just getting to a new place. Been practicing at the Woody for feels like 5 months now, so it's just nice to get into a new environment and practice.
Gotcha. I mean, the California scenery, does that impact how you guys practice, just being able to see everything around it?
I guess. I mean, it's just a cool experience. I think we should still be practicing the same way, but yeah, pretty cool.
Is it, how much fuel do you have being able to play in the Rose Bowl? How much motivation are you ready just to play Utah on Saturday?
I mean, definitely sucks not being in CFP, but I mean, we still have motivation. I mean, we're in the granddaddy of them all in a beautiful place, playing a really good team, so that should be enough motivation for you.
All right, well, I appreciate it. Thanks very much.
Awesome. No problem.
Thoughts on Steele Chambers, number 9 running back from Utah? Does he remind you of anyone you faced this year in the season?
No, I feel like everyone's their own player, but I mean, he's a really good guy. He's big, tough, downhill runner, so I mean, it's definitely going to be a challenge, but I mean, we've seen guys like that, so I think we'll be fine.
What is the key to slowing a guy like that down?
Just being physical up front, in the line, linebackers, filling the holes, and safeties and corners coming down whenever they need to. Just being a defense that really just builds a wall up front.
What are some of the other challenges Utah's offense poses for you guys?
They're just big and tough. We were walking around them at Disney, and they're just massive guys. So just got to be prepared for that. And just got to be as physical as them.
Expect a very physical game?
Yes, it's going to have to be a very physical game, yeah. Yeah. Good boy.
You guys just brought in another guy who's making the move from that offense to defense to linebacker through the transfer portal.
Yeah.
What do you say to him just about your experience? What do you tell him about your experience?
I mean, it's hard, but I bet he's going to be able to push through it pretty easily. I mean, it's hard at first, but I mean, once you make that jump from offense to defense and you don't really look back, then I mean, if you're all in, I think you'll be fine. Yeah.
Steele, how do you evaluate the way you played this season?
That's an interesting one. I think it went better than I expected. I went into the season thinking like I would somewhat be like a key role, like maybe like some packaging stuff, and the way stuff has turned out, I feel like I'm a pretty vital part of this defense so far, so I'm pretty glad with how it turned out.
And when you think about where you were preseason and all that went into, this decision to switch to the other side of the football, was there a part of your game that you felt like, hey, I need to work on this the most if I want to be successful in making that change?
It felt like every part. I felt like I wasn't ready at all at some points, but I mean, Coach Wash helped. Everyone in that linebacking room helped me, so I feel like without them, I wouldn't be able to be here. So I think they definitely helped me improve my game and help me to where I am now.
How do you balance celebrating this week, the fact that you guys are playing in a game as tradition-rich as the Rose Bowl and how cool of an opportunity this is, with also trying to figure out how to use this as a stepping stone for next year?
I think it's just whenever you're at practice, whenever you're at meetings, you just gotta lock in, really make sure that time counts, and then whenever you're at Disney or something, you gotta have fun. Because I mean, you gotta be loose because you're in California, you're at the Rose Bowl, you still gotta have fun. But I mean, it's just whenever you're in football, you gotta focus on football. Whenever you're away, you gotta relax a little bit.
You ever been out here before?
A couple times. Yeah, a couple times. Really like it out here so far. Yeah, no problem.
Prepare yourself with all the distractions and everything going on. Concentrate on the football game. Prepare yourself for it.
With some things out here, you just got to completely look away. There's some stuff that you shouldn't really be associating with. But I mean, like I said earlier, still got to have fun, still got to do some stuff. But I mean, you just got to focus. You just got to focus, really. That's all I got to say.
There's a perception that Ohio State didn't want this bowl game. What's the mindset of the team actually being here and playing Utah in the Rose Bowl?
Mindset that we got to beat Utah. I mean, we've been practicing for a month, so I mean, if we're going to be doing all that practicing, why not do our best in this game? Still got to win a game. We're still a bunch of competitive guys that want to win, so I mean, you should have motivation for this game.
It's a pretty good consolation prize, though, for not being in the college football playoffs, right?
Yeah, I don't really like consolation prizes. I mean, that kind of sucks, but I mean, still, I mean, it is the Rose Bowl. I mean, this is the most tradition-rich bowl there is, so if we had to play somewhere, this would be perfect.
What have you seen from the Utah offense that you guys need to take care of on Saturday?
Just big physical guys. Load the box and try to run it down your throat, so we just got to be prepared for that. We got to really stack the box, and we got to go at them.
Is that kind of Big Ten football?
Yeah, it is kind of Big Ten football, so yeah. Yeah, you're right. Got it. Oh, God. Do my hair. Yeah, pretty much. That's how it always is.
Good luck, man. Moving all around. What jump rope?
I know every bowl game has a feel. I mean, like, what is it about passing in the Rose Bowl this season?
Take a break.
Yeah, a little break. Oh, gosh.
Has there been kind of a
you've got to play tough every week, certainly this week.
up the middle has to be, he's not going to play this much. Who guys do you look out for?
I actually know nothing really about football.
Excuse me?
I really don't know much about football.
It must be nice.
We had a very brief meeting.
It feels like that's all we talk about now.
When I haven't lived in Australia for like 15, 20 years. Like rugby, I don't even watch that anymore.
Oh, I can't imagine playing rugby. Ridiculous. What's up? Got it.
Start off, how special is it to be here with this group of guys after all you guys have been through this season, just seeing how you're all coming together at this point in the season?
I think it's been great. I mean, it's been a pretty crazy season with especially how it's ended so far. But I mean, it's great to be in a place like California with this group of guys. I mean, it's been fun as hell so far. So I'm really looking forward to the rest of the week.
When you look back at this and say you were part of the Rose Bowl tradition, not just for the legacy of the game, but the legacy of the Ohio State program, how special is that?
It's really special. I didn't really realize it until Coach Dave mentioned some of the names that have played here, like in the past. But I mean, it's crazy, like just being here and realizing like you're going to be part of history. So yeah, it's pretty special.
Hey, Steele, I was just curious, when you put the tape on and watch Utah, well, what jumps out immediately?
Just physical, big guys. Guys that just want to run the ball down your throat, just want to out-physical you, run the ball like 30, 40 times a game. So, yeah.
Are they comparable to anybody you guys have seen this year in Big Ten play?
If I had to compare them to anyone, I guess the team up north, because that's the team we just recently faced. So, yeah.
They use a multiple number of backs, kind of like you guys do a little bit. Thoughts on the running game, how they run, Tavion Thomas, TJ Pledger, and how they run that football?
Got a little bit of everything. Big, physical, got guys that are shifty. So, I mean, just got to be prepared for everything. We see it every day in practice, so I think we'll be good.
How about the quarterback Cam Rising? Anything stand out when you watch him play?
Sneaky, athletic. Whenever he gets out of pocket, he can really run. So, yeah, got to be prepared for that.
What's it mean to be in the Rose Bowl? Everybody gets a chance to think about playing in the Rose Bowl at Ohio State. You guys play in it from time to time. So what's it like being here and being able to represent the university and playing in the Rose Bowl?
It's just crazy, really. I think of like all the games that have happened in the past. Like personally, me, I just remember like watching the Georgia and Oklahoma game. I think like back in like 2016. 2016, 2017. So watching that and then realizing that I'm going to be in it now, it's pretty crazy to really just put that into perspective, that like we're on this stage now and we're really going to be a part of tradition and history.
What kind of an effort are you expecting from Utah on Saturday?
100%. Wouldn't expect anything else from them.
Steele, if I would have told you a year ago that you'd be here at defense and media day, pivotal linebacker on this team, this has been a weird journey. How's it been with you the last 12 months?
Last 12 months have been weird. It kind of feels chopped in half between like whenever I was on offense for literally like the first half of the year to not being on defense. But I mean, at the end of the day, journey worked out, so I've got no problem with it.
Everyone we talked to in this room said Utah is physical. I know that was an emphasis. Guys on the outside said you weren't physical enough. Even guys in your locker room said that Michigan game you weren't. What's that challenge been like the last 4 weeks for you guys to prove that's not the case?
Challenge has been just be more physical, really. It's pretty simple. I mean, I think we've been doing that in practice. We've been going pretty hard. So, I mean, I think we're definitely making adjustments to just be tougher in the run game and just tougher in general.
Yeah, so practice hasn't been a laid-back California-style practice. You guys are going pretty hard.
I mean, we've only had one practice here, but everything back in Ohio, yeah, it's been pretty tough.
Yeah, absolutely. And the venue, you touched on it a little bit. This is a special place. I mean, do you guys sense that this is different than other bowl games?
Oh, yeah. We were walking out to practice and just, like, looking around. It felt like it was, like, 70 degrees, seeing all the palm trees, just realized, like, this is a pretty damn cool place. So, yeah, everyone's enjoying being here. I've only been here for, like, a day and a half, but it's been great so far.
Thanks, Steele.
No problem.
You know, the transfer of Devontae Traynor from Arizona State to Ohio State, have you talked to him at all about the transition from running back to linebacker?
I have not, no, but I feel like that's something that we're probably going to be talking about once he gets here. I mean, it's a tough transition, but I feel like he's going to be able to do it pretty easily. I mean, he's an Ohio guy. I'm pretty sure he's mentally tough, and I mean, I think he'll be fine.
What was the most difficult part for you?
I feel like just transitioning to the defense whenever you know the offense completely, so just having to like go to extra meetings, just really having to kind of just start from square one on the learning process whenever you know a side of the ball completely, like you just know a side of the ball like really well, and having to make the transition is just mentally kind of frustrating.
How hard is it to just give up on offense?
Looking back on it, I don't think it was that hard because I did not really like offense at all. Now that I think about it, I definitely should have been defense from the start, but yeah.
So what's your potential for next year?
I feel like my potential is pretty high. I feel like there's still a lot of stuff I can work on. Definitely just start learning from linebackers of the past and stuff. Definitely work on fundamentals and stuff. But I feel like I got a lot of room to improve.
Are you looking into this Jim Dole's defense and watching film on that to see where you might fit in?
Not yet. Got to wait till after the season. Still got to focus on this defense right here we got.
Still, you think you're just going to start a trend of running backs going to linebacker? Or?
I mean, it's only been 2 so far, so I wouldn't really call it a trend. But I mean, if the people want to switch, then make the switch. You can do whatever you want, man.
One of the kind of evaluations that I saw for you and maybe what training can do is that Joshua Perry was saying that there are a lot of similarities between the positions. Read and react, get somewhere in a hurry, running downhill, contact. How much similarity do you see there?
That's a good question. How much similarity would you see?
I thought he made a good point. I mean, I've never
like just instincts and stuff. Is that what you're saying?
You know, you're trying to read a hole. Keys maybe similar. Linebackers reading a running back, getting into the hole and hitting hard. I mean, I've never played it at a level that you have. You've played both positions.
I mean, I would personally say linebacker's easier. I feel like there's less reads. Running backs, you gotta really see like all the holes you could possibly hit. Linebackers, we're much more focused, like keyed like on a running back maybe, or maybe like a tight end. It's just one read and then just read and react. I feel like it's more instinctual at linebacker. Where running back, you just have to make a lot more reads. You gotta know like what your lineman's doing exactly. I think it's just a lot harder on the other side of the ball. I'm just curious, man. I don't know. I've been getting all the questions. Figured I can ask some more questions myself. Yeah.
Do you go into it any different when you're facing a big, more physical running back versus maybe a guy that's built for 205, 210,
250? No, not really. I think at the end of the day, just got to get him on the ground. Just got to tackle him. I mean, that's really goal of every defense is tackle a guy with the ball. So, I mean, if he's 250 pounds, 200 pounds, just got to get him on the ground no matter what. Yeah. Really simplify it.
Steele, what kind of similarities have you seen between the Michigan offense and the Utah offense?
Really just stacking the box and going right at you. Yeah, a lot of similarities as far as like the run game. They just come at you downhill, so just got to be prepared for that.
Is there a benefit to like getting back on that horse a little bit? Like after what happened in that game, having an opportunity to prove yourselves again?
Yeah, I feel like it just really get the bad taste out of your mouth. We've had that taste for feels like 2 months now. I think it's only been like a month so far, but yeah, I feel like it's just good to end the season on a good note, really getting that bad taste out of your mouth after a game like that.
What's it like when people around the nation are questioning not just the defense, but the toughness of this defense?
Oh, that's pretty annoying because I'm pretty sure I was on record of saying like we had to be tough like a few weeks before, and then that happened. So yeah, looking back on it, it's pretty rough. But I mean, stuff like that happens to a lot of teams. You just got to prove yourself, dig yourself out of that hole. Yeah.
Is that unfair to assess toughness on one game? I mean, I know it was a huge game. I know the whole country was watching. You guys played 11 other games. I mean, is there something to, watching all of the film as opposed to one game?
I mean, if you do something once, then that thing that you've done is always going to be attached to you. So, I mean, I personally think we kind of deserved it. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, we did it, so it's now a part of us, and we now have to own it. So I'm not just going to say that's not us, because I mean that was us on the field. But I mean, at the end, we just gotta make corrections and try to right our wrongs. Just gotta do better.
How much do you expect that game to be on your mind for the next year?
340, 330 some days until we play them again. We'll probably be hearing that for a while. So yeah, it's going to be a long time until we can right that wrong.
What will it take to do that? To right the wrong?
It's going to take a lot, really. I mean, I don't really know how to say it, really. It's kind of really an undescribable feeling, but I mean, wasn't expecting a lot of these questions. I don't really know what to tell you. Yeah, it's kind of, I guess we do got time. I mean, I don't really know how to describe it. Just got to ask Coach Mick what we're going to be doing like in the winter and the spring and stuff, because I mean that's all the stuff that no one really sees that's really going to help us right that wrong.
Steele, you talked to Dwan earlier this year about how in order to finally kind of have his breakthrough, he had to turn off the thought of ever being a basketball player again. Different scenario for you, but did you have to make kind of a mental switch at some point, like I am absolutely no longer a running back, I have to, like committing a full year to this new identity?
Oh yeah, had to really cancel that out as soon as I moved over. Yeah, if you're still like in the back of your mind thinking like I'm a running back, it's never gonna work. You just gotta fully jump in, make the commitment.
Were you coming up to a point where if you didn't make a position switch, were you gonna have to look somewhere else in order to find what you wanted here?
Yeah, there were some days where it got hard. There's some days I just wanted to quit football, like go play baseball or something. I mean, it gets rough sometimes. I feel like everyone has those thoughts, though, so it's just nice, like having really the brotherhood around you, just helping you through every single day, through tough times like that.
Where do you want to get better between now and August, now that you have kind of like this foundation?
I still think my foundation's a little shaky, just like some of the basics of linebacker. But I mean, yeah, getting back to the basics, getting bigger, but still keeping my speed, stuff like that. Just really training to be a linebacker, just getting like a full year of that instead of training to be a running back.
Did you feel lighter than you wanted to be this season? Did you feel that?
Oh yeah, I needed like a little more ass in me. I'm pretty small for a linebacker, it feels like. Yeah. Yeah.
Playing running back, it translates well to then being able to play linebacker.
I've got a lot of that question. I guess instincts, really. Just being on the other side of the ball and like understanding what's going through another guy's mind, like what reads he might make, what steps he might take, stuff like that. But, I mean, yeah, that's all I got.
Hypothetically, if there were another guy making that change in the middle of his career, what advice do you give to a guy trying to move from running back to linebacker?
I mean, it's not really hypothetical; it's about to happen. But I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I'll just be real with you. I mean, I would. Wait, what was the question again? I kind of lost myself.
What advice do you give someone as he's about to make that transition?
Like I said, just fully jump in. Don't be thinking about being a running back anymore. You're a linebacker. You just gotta own it. You gotta live it. Yeah.
You had a chance to talk to him?
No, not yet. I'm guessing he's gonna be here whenever we get back to Ohio. I'm not really sure.
Are you excited to kind of be able to set the example and to kind of help show him the ropes?
I wouldn't say I would be setting the example, really. I mean, there are other guys in our room that are definitely are better prepared to set an example for that, because I'm still shaky on a bunch of stuff. But I mean, yeah, I could definitely be there for him. I can be a guy to lean on whenever he's jumping into this venture that he really doesn't know anything about yet. But I mean, I'm sure he's going to be fine with it.
When you made the move to linebacker, were you? This is a weird question. Were you a linebacker elsewhere? Were you also? Did your demeanor change off the field as well? Or?
Oh no, not at all. No, off the field, I don't really even seem like a football player. No, I'm kind of just a chill guy. But I mean,
Can't tell.
huh?
Can't tell that.
Yeah, I can't tell. I mean, I keep my football and my personal life very distant. I don't really tell people I even play football. Sometimes I'll tell them to play like squash or something. Yeah, I don't really like to wear that football sleeve out whenever I go out in public and stuff.
Why?
I don't know. It's just a thing. I think I just feel like my parents raised me that way. I don't know really. Now that you say it, I just don't.
Steele, as you prepare for this game, what stands out about Tavion Thomas and Utah's running game?
Just a bunch of talented guys that can hurt you a bunch of different ways. They got speed, they got power. They can really, they can do whatever they want. But I mean, as long as you build a wall up front, I think you'll be fine.
Matt Barnes was talking about how, these guys, even if you're in your gaps, they can still make a big play. So how much have you been really focused in on, tackling and fundamentals going into this game?
A lot. We've just been working on playing more downhill, not playing on our heels, and just really being a lot more physical than usual.
How do you do that? How do you maybe shift that mentality to make sure that you are, attacking rather than being on your heels?
I think it's just what you do in practice. Just like inside run stuff, just really working it like every day as much as you can. Doing good. Thriving.
I'm probably going to ask this question goes along, but just the idea of going into very physical. How many times you answered that?
I've said the word physical probably 87 times so far. I don't know. It's all good.
Steele, is there anything off the field that you're looking forward to seeing, like in LA and stuff like that? Are y'all able to do that sort of with the COVID restrictions?
Yeah, I mean, we went to Disneyland. I was hoping we could get like on the coast. Like I wanna go like a mountain or something, go to like some lake. But I mean, I don't think we have time for that. But I mean, Disneyland was fun. I got a pair of Baby Yoda ears. That was pretty cool. Went on a few rides. Almost pissed myself on I think Space Mountain. Couldn't see anything. But I mean, it was pretty fun. I feel like there's a lot of stuff out here in LA that I'll probably enjoy.
Anything in particular?
Oh, I don't know. Santa Monica Pier is pretty cool. We went to that, had some bubblegum shrimp. Hoping we can go to Hollywood at some point. Maybe there's some place called Bear Mountain or something I want to go to. But I mean, if we have time, hopefully I can go do that stuff. I don't know.
Who's your favorite actor?
Ooh, favorite actor? I'd say Ryan Reynolds. Pretty good looking guy. Yeah.
What would you say if you saw him around here?
I let him be. I feel like he gets attention all the time, so I don't want to bother him. Yeah, I don't want to be that guy.
What if he wanted to bother you?
Excuse me?
What if he wanted to bother you?
I'd be completely fine with that. I doubt it happened, but I would be completely fine with that.
You say you wanted to get bigger for next year. What's your ideal play?
I've been told right now it's like 235. I'm not sure how I'm going to get there. Never been that heavy, but it's got to happen.
What did you play at this year?
Most of the year, 225. At the back end of the year, like between 215, 220.
How hard is that?
Oh, it's pretty hard, yeah. Realizing that guys have like 110 110, 120 pounds, and it's pretty rough getting in there. So yeah.
Did that wear on you? Did you feel like your play diminished as the year went on?
It wore on me a little as far as like just like physically being sore and stuff, but I mean mentally I think I can still do it. Still got to get in there because I mean I have to. So yeah. Yeah. Oh jeez.
What does playing in the Rose Bowl mean?
I've gotten that question like 8 times. But okay. It means a lot. It's a tradition-rich game. It's been around for 120 some I don't really know years, but I mean it's the granddaddy of them all. It's crazy to really look back and see some of the players that have played in it, but I mean, it's a pretty great experience being here.
Can you talk about playing for Ohio State and trying to keep up that tradition and being excellent?
Yeah, it's really just keeping up excellence every single year. I mean, some of the players that have played here, like even really recently, I mean, they've just left behind legacies that we can only hope to fill. So yeah, we just got to do our best to really fill those shoes.
What's the biggest challenge that Utah poses?
They're just really big up front. They play physical. They're a physical bunch. They run downhill. So I mean, just got to be prepared to build the wall and stop it.
You guys had a really good schedule. How did that schedule, particularly playing the Big Ten, prepare you for Utah?
Just prepared us for playing against really good teams. We play good teams all throughout the year, so it's right that we play a really good team at the end of the year.
So you played Oregon. So is there some similarities or differences?
Oh, dude, I couldn't tell you about Oregon, really. That seems like it was a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember they ran zombie a bunch. That's all I can tell you.
Right.
Yeah.
And so how's the vibe right now with the team preparing for the game?
Vibes are pretty high right now, especially being in California. Everyone's mood seems to be up. We've got a Tuesday practice, which is called Blake Tuesday for us, so that's going to be pretty rough. But I mean, after that, I feel like it's going to be smooth sailing. We're going to be happy to really enjoy our time here and just get ready for this game.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes remaining
course.
on Ohio State's media session.
I'm hungry. Gosh.
2 user-generated ones from fans for you.
Excuse me?
I got 2 fan questions for you, so they're a little silly. Just to keep your head up.
Dude, go for it. Oh, I don't care.
First one is, if you had anyone play you in a movie, which actor would it be?
Michael B. Jordan. Seems like a pretty cool guy. Yeah, I would go Michael B. Jordan.
And then the second one is, who's the fastest player on the team?
Fastest player on the team? I would say Cam Brown or J.K. Johnson. Yeah, J.K. Johnson, we saw on a little board with like a zebras that shows all of our time and stuff. He hit like 23 point something miles per hour. I still don't believe it, but I mean, if it's showing that, he's got to be close to that. So yeah, that's it.
Sweet. Appreciate it.
Is there any concerns that maybe the game could be canceled due to rising COVID cases?
Ooh. It's the first question I've gotten on that. No, I feel like we're all just acting like COVID's really not going to be a factor for this game, even though it probably is. But I mean, I don't really like to think or talk about COVID, really. I don't like the idea of it. But I mean, it's still around. Still got to be safe. But I mean, hopefully we play this game.
Does the team enforce any sort of protocols to make sure that no outbreaks happen?
Just like wearing masks and stuff, really, like standard stuff. Yeah.
Gotcha. Thank you.
No problem.
I'm proud of the way that,
Huh? Yeah, it sucks. It's crazy.
Because I live in Hawaii, I had to do 5 quarantines last week. 2 weeks, 14 days.
Why? Why 5?
Because I couldn't travel.
Oh, so every single time you had to travel, you had to...
Mike, I feel there.
Oh, gosh, yeah. Oh, I would have